Okay, guys. Drum roll, please.
I'm just going to go ahead and do it.
Let's do it. Yeah. That's a good one. We don't have Hoochie tonight, so episode 23, Snagged podcast and giveaways. All right, guys, what's been happening? What's the talk of the town?
Oh, go on, give us some fish goss.
Not a whole lot. Went had a bit of a poke around Saturday with Will Thorpe. Went with him when he got that big flathead that I think we've got mentioned in the reports later
I believe it is, absolutely.
So that was fun. Estuary I've never really fished.
Up the East Coast?
Up the East Coast. Never really fished before. I could fish it once when it was ridiculously windy in the middle of winter and
sometimes.
And that wasn't really it. So,
well, blue spot flathead is what you're talking about. Obviously, for the guys that didn't see the post, and for those of you that don't know, what we're talking about, blue spot flathead are a larger species of flathead. You get up there with these beautiful little blue flecks and stuff, and often you'll catch them in as little as 30 centimeters of water. So to actually spin from as if you're chasing brim and stuff like that, they're quite a cool little thing. Should be caught and released, I think, personally, because the fishery is still developing and. That's those things can get up to I've seen some up around 85 centimeters and stuff. Yeah. So that's kind of cool in the shallows, which is fun for a flathead. It turns into a fight.
Yeah, and it was really cool because we were wading through the water, we didn't have a boat or anything like that, and we was just walking along, and then I sort of stopped up because I saw something. And I'm like, whoa! But obviously, as I've stopped, my sort of water, the water that I've been walking with, just kept on rushing, and there was a flathead that was around that 60. 70 in between that range, right in front of us, literally probably about a metre away, just sitting in about 500 mil of water, and that was when we were like, oh crap, and it spooked off, and I don't know, it's weird, it's borderline almost coincidence, but Will casted about 20-30 metres out in the direction that it swam, and then hooked up basically instantly.
Yeah, nice.
It's like it can't be that fish, but it's also it feels like it is because it swum off in that direction.
Yeah, I saw the video. It was pulling drag.
Yeah. No, it's weird. That thought exactly how the two blue spots I thought. They start and they just come in sort of straight to you.
Yeah.
And then they see the boat, they see you, and they go, "Nah, screw this," and just go.
Yeah, right. And what lure did you catch on?
Oh God, it was on a. No, it was on a hard body. It was on a. Oh, Will got his on a hard body. Every other one that I've caught been on plastics, but Will actually got his on a hard body because
it was a duo.
One of the duo ones. Yeah.
It's kind of cool. It's nice to be able to go up into those shallow waters and chase them with hard bodies and stuff, as opposed to obviously traditionally when you're chasing flathead, you're using plastic and stuff because you're fishing a bit deeper and stuff. But to be able to get them in those super shallow waters and they have brim all around you as well, you're going to grow those swords. It's kind of cool. But that's an epic little thing.
Yeah. Does sound like a bit of a vibe, doesn't it?
No, they didn't use vibes.
No vibes? No. Didn't get checked.
But with the water, how warm it is down here and all on the East Coast, we've got plenty of reports on it, but this amount of snapper you're starting to see that are starting to pop up down the south yet again, another fish that Will Thorpe's been onto recently. Kingfish, even though they're not really consistently yet, you're still seeing the odd one or two pull up through down south. So it's definitely getting warmer. So you've been thinking about having a crack at going out and chasing a snapper,
Now's the time to do it, absolutely. And the other thing too, I was talking to one of the guys at IMAS today, and a few reports we've been getting over last week is King George whiting down here, which was only ever a matter of time until they did get down here. Obviously, George's Bay and Helens have been fishing so well from Swansea and those sort of areas, and you hear the occasional one at Orf and stuff. But there's some of the reports have been a bit further south. So we had reports in Northwest Bay, throughout the Channel and stuff like that. So if we could look after that fishery and give it a few years, hopefully we'll have King George whiting down here, which would be a nice little thing to be able to go and target instead of flatties and stuff all the time. Yeah. So snapper, King George whiting, kingfish. It's becoming an epic little fishery.
Because it's pretty interesting how some of this structure and stuff like that you can down here you can go fish, look at, and because in the tamer all I really did was whiting fishing because
Yeah,
I had no idea how to figure out how to catch a snapper. Still don't. And like the kingfish are very few and far between. Like I mean, they're obviously up there, but
but like
in the
you
Tamar
can't
and
just go and
stuff,
catch them.
in the Tamar and stuff like that, they're not really that like they'd be there, but they're not persistently common as they are in Hobart. So I just like started to really fish for whiting, and then got that down to a bit of an idea on okay, I like to look for this, I like to go do that. And it's like some of the waterways down here you fish and you're like, look at that, and you're like, how is there not a whiting sitting on it? Like that is just like the pristine, perfect bottom. Like
Yeah, well, it's sort of like taking them to do it. You know, it's a perfect snapper fishery. Like I've had a lot of my mates that are from South Oz or Victoria. They'll come down, they look at the dirt, and they're like, "This is like primo snapper ground. Everything is rubbly. There's food for them everywhere." I remember years and years, probably nearly 20 years ago now. I was working in the fisherman's fishing connection in town. And a couple of guys from Victoria come down and said, "Oh, what about snapper down there?" I said, "Oh, they don't really catch them here, they're there, but not really." And these guys went out the next day, got 15 of it, come and showed me the photos. I was like,
Always the way, though, isn't it?
"Oh, well, what? So that's it." So we're all sitting there thinking they're not there. It's maybe we're not targeting them. And then a couple of the Victorians come down and absolutely smash them. So it's amazing what fish are actually out there that we just don't know how to target properly.
Yeah.
And, there's obviously young Will, which we'll talk about that report in a minute, but they went out, they were in here yesterday, the day before, talking about catching snapper, and they went out and caught a heap of thumpers, and they said that it was the first trip out they're going to try for the year, and absolutely donged them. If you look at these fish, you'd think it was Victoria, or like South Australia. Not South Australia, I don't know how to catch them, but so there's obviously plenty of decent fish around there.
And like the other thing, like to put into perspective, like the amount of fish photos you see come from all those people in like Victoria and all that, like it seems like such a great fishery because you see photos of fish come from there every single weekend. Like they've got a lot more population than us.
Yeah, there's a lot more people fishing.
A lot more people. And just a little side note to put to your story of 20 years ago, I would have been one, so that's how long
well, absolutely.
That's how long ago that story would have been.
So your birth coincided with the snapper fishery starting down here.
So it took 20 years for people to figure out.
Well, it's a good way to look at it, absolutely. You know, now people are out there chasing them all the time, and like I say, they were there 20 years ago, now people are just starting to nut them out. And I think the thing is, like, you know, we go out and we chase these flatties and stuff, and not so much now, but like back in the day we did, and we fish over sand, which is not a spot you're going to catch snapper, really. You really kind of need that rubbly bottom and stuff, which we sort of avoided because obviously you catch your wrasse and all that sort of stuff. Now it's probably in itself left that fishery alone just because the fact we weren't fishing over it, and that's starting to boom.
And the funny thing, in 20 years' time, we'll be talking about how no one was catching mulloway now or something like that.
That's exactly right. Or May up the doing in front of Cadbury's. Let's do it.
Mahi.
Cool. All right, we've got a lot of reports, so let's get into them. So you might notice that this report was meant to go up on Wednesday night, but it's now Thursday night, and that's when it's going up. Hooch has been a bit crook. That's why he's not here tonight. You've been working. I've had late nights. You had to go and watch the cricket, I think, was your excuse.
Oh, you poor bars.
Yeah.
Poor fella.
Good. Yep.
It was good.
That's it.
And we'll do it again.
Tell me about the cricket.
Did
you win?
Wasn't too bad. Had a couple of people ask me about some fishing spots on the way. No lie.
That's pretty cool.
That's it. Catch any fish. But no, it was good. Went there. A couple of mates up in Lonnie went there. Had a bit of a poke. And it was like actually a really good game because it was like you come out and then like Hobart went really good and they dropped off. And then like they came back and I was like, oh okay, we feel pretty safe. And then we came out, we bowled really well for the start and then just did nothing for the next, and they started to come back, and it was like, oh crap, and it basically came down to the last over. So, it was a good game.
Sounds like catching kingfish.
Yeah, just basically 90% of the time, nothing happens.
Yep.
And you got 10% of the time where it's good. So,
cool.
That's fine.
All right, let's get into some brag reports then. I'm going to start off here. Cool. So the first one now, I don't know this young fella's name, but he comes in the shop once a week and has a look around, has a bit of yak and stuff, so I apologise, I'm going to find out his name, but he was absolutely happy as a pig. Beat that out to him. So he came in there, was fishing off Margate Wharf there. Grandmother was waiting for him. He was like a young fella, fishing all day. Thought, I'll have one more cast. This is where perseverance pays off. Has a cast. Rod tip goes flying off. So obviously you don't count that as your last cast because it didn't go well. Put his rod tip back on there, had a cast out there, and kingfish straight away.
Bam.
Last cast of the day, Margate Wharf, people everywhere, absolute chaos, and he landed it. I'm not surprised he landed it because He showed me his outfit. He could have stopped a bleeping tuna on it. So good on him. And you don't, in your first week, you don't mess around. You lock the drag up, you scale drag those things. So well done, Junior. You've done well.
It's
Good on him.
it's funny how often that happens. You're just like, nah, I'm ready. I'm done. I'm
One
going.
more cast.
And then,
Boom.
like, probably the first ever kingfish I caught was at Tribunna, and we were fishing around trying to find them, fish from all morning. We went out in my boat with Will Thorpe and Zarby, and then went out, and then we couldn't find anything. So we went to find Zarby, and then we were going to say, look, let's go do something else. Literally found them. I had a cast in front of them just to be a dickhead, and then they just came on for half an hour.
Yeah.
It was like,
I had the same thing. The first time there was a hint of kingfish kicking around St Helens. Went up there with Pender and a few other guys, and Jamie Henderson used to have the tackle shop up there, and another guy out there for about 5 hours. Tied up the boat, got a burley trail going, nothing to cast. And I thought it'd be a great idea to use my 6 pound outfit and cast. And I said to the boys, all right, one more cast. We all had a cast, started cranking this plastic in because I'd had enough. And wow, that's kingfish. We had a 4-way hook up on the boat. They all landed theirs. It's a little bit harder to land them on 6 pound. Actually got mine to the boat faster than everyone else, but everyone was busy fighting fish, so no one could pass me the net. They all landed the fish. So I went to go net mine, looked at the net. See you later. And it went. Actually, the craziest thing was crystal clear water. I saw it go straight down to the sand, put its head in the sand, and start shaking it off like that, and it just snapped me off straight away. But it was about a 15-minute fight on 6 pounds, so that was a bit of fun.
they are prigs.
Cool. What else you got?
Moving on, we got Jack Wise with another nice size bream on the good old atomic grub.
Yeah, big man can fish and can take an awesome photo too.
There you go.
Will Thorpe was an epic southern snapper. He had an epic session of what we were talking about before. That's a good fish, so well done, Will.
I reckon it brings us to good old Sammy Tilliard. Floundering for days, nothing under 30 centimetres.
Yeah, the flounder starting to fish well.
There you go.
That was a good session, so well done there. Andrew Headland with an awesome squid. There's plenty of calamari around. Good job, legends.
We got Brent de Bomford with an epic land-based Aussie salmon. This is a cracking salmon. Often get a few when fishing for salmon.
Well, if you're fishing for salmon,
Well, yeah, I think that might be a typo there. I did do that one this afternoon.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I mean, look, you know what? I didn't do well at English, and
That's why he went
writing's not
Makes
particularly
sense.
my thing. But that meant to say when you're chasing kingfish. So
Yeah.
he's out there chasing kingfish with the bigger kingfish lures, and as a result, you tend to get some epic salmon. So
Oh, there
good
you
job.
go.
Absolutely. All right, we got there. Daniel and Jarvis Smith. Awesome stripey session went out with Stewie Nichols on the weekend. Got a few fish and got some awesome stripey. So well done, boys.
Right, I've read this like 3 times. I keep wanting to say Miley Cyrus, but Matty Sinus with his first salmon.
When was your first salmon?
Oh, go on, your first Aussie salmon.
Mine?
Your first Aussie salmon?
Well, that's Hoots, but
Yeah.
he's not here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
When was yours?
Oh, that was when we went for a little bit of a
A
little
few years back. That was just
tittle down in the
We
Margate.
went up to Margate Jetty, and there was about 40 people there. No one was catching anything. Put 2 massive burley logs in the water, chum that Margate wharf up, like it was going up, and the mackerel and salmon turned up. And
People ask why I don't fish that often. It's because every time I do, I nail it. You know,
yeah,
that's
that's
stuff
well, you
like
might
people.
just retire on
Well,
top.
that's it. I go out, whack it in, and pull in salmon. I'm like, make time for the day, mate.
Love it.
A man gets the job done.
Love it. Yeah.
we got Will Shug with a nice little kingfish here. So
Awesome work, legends.
Oh, Peter Booth with his first kingfish.
When was your first kingfish? I'm sure you remember that one.
Me.
Yep.
That was that Tribunna trip I was just talking about. Literally, so we went fishing all morning. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
We were like, nah, screw it. Let's go find Darby. Let's get out. Went there. Picked up a stick bait. Was being a dickhead. Cast it out. Burnt the thing back.
Yep.
And then hooked up. I actually lost that kingfish, but then they were that thick that I ended up going, nuts, screw it. I'm going to tie on plastic. Go again. Hooked up to one on the plastic. Got it in. And
Happy days, first kingfish.
happy days, first kingfish.
Love
There
it.
you go.
Good work. Jack Wise with another epic brim. Boy can take a photo with his brim, and he's doing really well there. Someone needs to jump on board and sponsor that kid because he's good. Tommy, jump on board. All right. What we're talking about before, Will Thorpe, up the coast with you guys, chasing the blue spot. Look at the photo. Look at their epic fish. So awesome work, Will.
I will say though, they are the worst photo in the world. They are the worst fish in the world to try and take a photo of.
Mm.
No matter what angle, no matter what you do, they look 30 centimetres.
Well, they're flat.
Yeah. Like you literally,
You almost need
hold
to
it-
get them to bend and get
Yeah.
that bend thing, and then
Like,
hold it close to
yep,
the camera.
like you try and tilt their tail so you can tell that they've got length, and then it just looks smaller because it's more compact. And then you try and do it the nut way, and then it just looks like a 30-centimeter ruler.
Love it. Awesome
Just
job,
love it.
Will, though. He's been smashing fish lately.
We got Johnny Dodd here with a cracking snapper from last week.
Yep.
So
I think he quite got into it, so good job there. Rowan Nichols with an epic southern kingfish and salmon combo, so awesome work. He's been smashing fish lately, absolutely going off. Cool, we got some trout reports. It's been a little while.
Yeah. So, firstly, trout.
Go.
Arthur Whitcott.
I believe it's
With a cracking rainbow, youngster
I believe
definitely
it's
knows how to
Whitcock.
take a photo.
that man can take a photo. It's so nice over the years I've seen like you and Zarbs and all the other little crew coming through over the last 10 years, and like the photos that just get better and better and better. These guys are taking Facebook photos and they're looking like they're
Why don't you
something.
speak to this bloke about how to actually take a picture of a fish, mate? Was the last one you're struggling?
Well, that's exactly right.
Yeah, if you want to learn from the best, mate.
moving on,
Yeah,
we've got John Stevens.
He's
Nice little
upset.
trout from Woodsy.
So, cool. Adam Rice and Adam Williams went out the other night for a nighttime fish. Adam Williams, for the guys up at Williams Outdoors, awesome fisherman, loves his nighttime fishing. And those guys got an epic 60-centimeter brown trout. It looked bigger in the photos. It looked bigger on the brag mat. That's saying something. So, there you go. So, good job, guys. Awesome work. All right, what else here? Josh Ward with cracking brown from some of the little local streams. Josh has just got himself into fishing little rivers and creeks, and he's absolutely killer. So good job, legend.
Oh, then we got Braden Hayward. Nice solid trout that put up a fight in the Brumbies Creek River on a soft plastic. Ended up putting him back into the water for someone else to hopefully experience this fight. This
Yeah, it
guy
was a
puts
cracking-
out.
That was a good fish. So well done, my man.
He
Yeah,
puts
it was.
out.
Bring it on.
Finishing it off, we got Thomas Gleason casting for some kings and somehow hooked a 51-centimeter sea runner. Awesome little bycatch there.
Yeah, that's kind of cool though, isn't it? Like you don't normally think, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a, you might catch a salmon or something like that, like we were talking about before. You're not really thinking you're gonna get a trout.
No. And because me and like years ago, probably one of my first time fishing on the tournament, we went and fished that area below around that college there, fished right around into the next bay under the bridge there, and catching bream and stuff like that. And then I caught a sea runner. It was like, what the hell? Even then, and it's like the fact that you're casting bigger lures.
Yeah, well, so it shows you what they'll hit.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely. Now, so that's about all the reports we got this week. So, guys, if you got any brag photos, they have to be big, send them into the Facebook page, and we'll try and get them up here. Especially Legends at MSK Fishing, they send reports in every week. And all these reports have been awesome. So, guys, we've given some awesome prizes away. A lot of guys have been walking home with some tonic sunglasses. A couple of guys have been picking them up this week. So that's good. So if you guys want to help us out and make us support us doing this, and you want to win some awesome prizes, how do they do that?
www.snagged.com.au. Go over there, get yourself a membership. We do draws each week, so unfortunately you're probably going to have to get a phone call from Hooch, but luckily he's got good news.
Well, he's just had 2 teeth out, so he might be not doing. Maybe Dean will be calling him,
Oh, no.
and that's an experience in itself.
Hi guys, my name's Hooch. You want a prize?
Oh, bless him.
Cool. All right, guys, thanks so much. Send your reports in, become a member, and we'll talk to you next week.
Yeah.
There's a
Keep
lot
on
of business
fishing.
going this way, wasn't it?
The man can jest.
That's it. Oh, God, the Macarena. I
Oh,
didn't think you were old enough to even know what that was.
Yeah,
All right.
can't even spell it.
See,
All right, very good.
MACREANA.
Nope. Damn it.